I think John Morant is going to be back for sure. Hell, I'd be willing to bet that John Morant's going to come back this season or at least the start of the playoffs. I definitely believe that based off of these two quotes, and I'm going to read them out. First one is from Taylor Jenkins. We understand what happened through the investigation. Now, all we are focused on is that we now know the plan. Ja will return to the team. First opportunity will be back practicing with the team on Monday. There will be a quick ramp up period after that. Obviously, he hasn't been playing basketball for almost 2 weeks now. So that will be our focus and hopefully get him back on the court pretty quickly. So that's what Taylor Jenkins said. I'm just going to read you this one quote from Ja. I regret all that. I can't wait to be back out there on the floor now, knowing that my punishment is. I accepted that, and I feel like I deserve that punishment for my mistakes and what I did. But when I get back out there, I'm going to be ready to go and ready to push for a ring. Based off these two quotes, it's safe to say that Ja Morant will be back. The question is, when will he be back this year? I think most likely it'll happen sometime next week. Based off of the suspension, it's an 8-game suspension, but the NBA is willing to count the 6 games that Ja missed, so that means he only has to miss 2 more games. And then the sentence will be served. I will say this, the Grizzlies were very smart on how they handled this with the PR. They knew what they had to do to protect Ja from getting even a bigger suspension or being banned for the rest of the season. I never really bought into this counseling stuff that they were pushing, but I think they did it for optics by saying, like, hey, we're going to send him to a rehabilitation center, I believe in Florida. Just he's going to get help. And, Ja being open about it, saying, like, I need help. I have a problem, blah, blah, blah. And hearing Ja repent a bunch of times. They knew what they were doing. They knew by suspending him first and putting Ja through all this stuff and just doing the rehabilitation, just selling that was how they're going to get back in the good graces of the NBA. And also the media. The media was going to definitely buy the narrative. I strongly believe that the Grizzlies did what they had to do in crafting the narrative, and they succeeded in my eyes. It was a smart decision. I never found it believable that Ja could get counseling that quickly and suddenly that would result into a change. When you have a problem such as what's rumored to be with Ja being an alcoholic, that is something that can last you for years. It's not something that you can just turn off like a switch within a few weeks or whatever mental health problems he has. I do definitely believe he does have mental health. There's something not right about this guy. But I don't think all that stuff can be fixed quickly within just a short period of time. It could take just a lot longer. And I just had a feeling he was going to come back, that this was just a plan to protect him, and it paid off. It worked. It definitely did. Now, will the Grizzlies succeed during the playoffs? I'm going to say no. I still don't trust them. I think they're a very immature team. And like I said in my previous video with Taylor Jenkins, I don't think he has control of this team. I think Ja's a wild card. He's not mature. Granted, he said the right things, but that doesn't mean nothing. He was just reading off from a script in my eyes, and he was coached on what to say. Granted, Ja is a great player. I can't deny that. To me, he's maybe the second best guard in the league after Curry. If you're rating guards, I would put him that high. Just he's definitely up there, but I just don't trust him come playoff time. Just we'll see if he can be mature. I think his biggest weakness is that he doesn't know how to play within the team. He's more into ISO. He hasn't figured it out yet how to balance it out, be a ball dominant player, which he is because he can't shake who he is, but also allow his teammates to coexist with him, that to uplift him to play at a high level at the same time within a structured offense. So I don't think he can learn that right away. That's going to take him probably a few years of trial and error to figure that out. And I don't know if he'll ever figure that out, but for sure under Taylor Jenkins he won't. But I know I'm going to another rant, but I just think, hey, kudos to the Grizzlies. They were able to spin it pretty well, and Ja did what he had to do. I heard he also talked with Silver and apologized a bunch of times. So you got to give it to them. They were smart the way they handled it, but I don't think it was going to pay dividends for them, at least during the playoffs. So that's all I have to say about this.